A Swedish zoo has culled over 500 lizards by dropping them into liquid nitrogen. The reptiles had been rescued last month from animal smugglers, but the zoo says it could only find homes for a few of them in other institutions and were legally prevented from giving them away to private collections. A vet from the zoo defended the use of liquid nitrogen as practical. Well, here to discuss this further is Dawn Carr from the animal rights group PETA. And Ms. Carr, thank you for joining us on the programme. Perhaps you can explain to us why there has been such an outcry over this story. I mean, like the vet said, that few appropriate homes could be found. And isn't liquid nitrogen used to cull animals worldwide? Is this not a normal kind of use?
Well, I understand the outcry here. It's an unfortunate situation where hundreds of beautiful animals were discarded like rubbish. But the fault here lies with the exotic pet trade and those who captured these animals for profit. As far as the way that the animals were killed, a report on animal ethics from the University of Melbourne said that conscious reptiles should never be killed through immersion in liquid nitrogen, and that liquid nitrogen should only be used after the animals are under deep anesthesia. So I'm not sure that this was gone about in the correct manner, but the fault lies with those who were smuggling the animals in the first place.
What should have happened here? What other choice did they have?
Well, it's a tragic situation, and it's caused by the trade in exotic pets. I think all good options were off the table the moment these animals were captured for profit.
In the wider argument, zoos cull animals all the time, don't they? Is this not the price of preserving endangered species?
Well, zoos don't preserve endangered species. Most animals confined in zoos aren't endangered, nor are they being prepared for release into the wild. Zoos aren't breeding animals to replenish threatened populations. They're breeding them because babies bring visitors through the gates. So this has nothing to do with endangered species. And certainly for these particular lizards who were captured with the intention of being sold off as pets, it had a tragic outcome.
If people were banned altogether from keeping exotic pets like lizards, do you think that would reduce animals' suffering?
Oh, absolutely it would. And that's why PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, we encourage people to turn their backs on the exotic pet trade and to resist the temptation to bring a lizard or a snake or a turtle into their homes. We know that 70% of reptiles bred or captured for the pet trade die in transit or from inadequate care and housing. This is before they're even sold. And of those who do make it into someone's home, most of them are dead within a year.
Dawn Carr from the animal rights group PETA, thank you for joining us on RT International. We appreciate your thoughts.